Hello, my name is Adam and welcome to UK Theme Parks, and today we come from the Isle of Wight and we come from Blackgang Chine. Blackgang Chine celebrating 175 years. Now that is a long time, that is a long time. Now then, for those that aren't familiar with Blackgang Chine, it's kind of a more traditional theme park. It's got some shows, it's going to have some play areas in there. Make sure I don't get run over crossing the road. It's got lots of entertainment and lots of bits and pieces. There are a couple of rides here and they are right behind us now. You have the water slide which goes up into the hills there, which I think we'll look to get on today, and of course the Cliffhanger roller coaster over the back. Other than that, you've got a couple of crooked houses and you've got lots and lots of entertainment for us to take in. Now, I haven't been here since 2007, so 11 years since I last come to Blackgang Chine. I don't come to Isle of Wight a lot, and when I do, I've not come here. I've gone to other kind of attractions and things, Isle of Wight Zoo, Dinosaur Island, things like that. We've just recently done our first trip ever to Robin Hill, and that was incredible. And I'm really hoping now that I'm certainly in a new era with YouTube, website and everything else, that I can really enjoy today and celebrate it with you. Now then, Blackgang Chine, as some of you may know, it used to go a bit further back, but as Isle of Wight gets a little bit smaller and it drops a bit further into the cliff, a lot of the rides and attractions have been moved upwards, kind of back into mainland. Now, Robin Hill provided some spectacular views like only Isle of Wight has, and of course we're expecting much of the same today. Let's get you inside. This statue here, this is symbolic. Anyone that knows Blackgang Chine will know this is a symbolic statue. And of course, 175 years. So, birthday cake aside, let's see what they got going. Walking out the park, at the entrance, you're kind of greeted with this. Now, I think you can still go down here. We can see a few paths and things we're down there, but so you know. So much bigger than Robin Hill. Here we are inside of Blackgang Chine, and we can't wait to take in some of the history of the park. You know, it's the UK's oldest theme park, and we can't wait to get on this little roller coaster behind us. As we said, this isn't a new cred for us by any means. We've done this already. I don't think it was red last time we came. Without looking at an old picture, I couldn't tell you what colour it was because I can't remember. But yeah, I mean, look, Cliffhanger, literally hanging over the cliffs. You can see the sea, beautiful in the background. Lovely little pin fairy ride. It was quite smooth last time. It has been here quite a long time now, so it'll be really interesting to see what it's like. There is no queue. It actually shuts between 1:30 and 2:15 while they all have lunch. It's not a peak day. It's not a peak day here at Blackgang Chine. It's not that busy, so we are looking forward to a couple of re-rides on here. We've got the slides over there, which is the other ride, and a tiny little barrel ride there, which we're a little bit too big for. So 3 main rides here to go on. And of course, lots and lots of exhibits, lots of attractions to take in as well. Thoroughly cannot wait. But let's take you around. I don't think we can take the camera, unfortunately, on Cliffhanger. And where it's quite a low seating, there's absolutely no point of us strapping a GoPro on. If we can, we will. If not, enjoy an off-ride of it. Now the best thing about Cliffhanger, 2-lap special. Let's get on. So we just missed Waterfall Slab is closed for lunch. That's right, ride closed for lunch here. But here it is, we have a quick sneak in the background. Just a little waterside, set in a dinghy, coming your way down. From what I remember, you do get quite wet at the bottom, which will be perfect on a day like today. So we're going to go and check out some of the other attractions, and we'll be back here for 1:30. You can rest assured, this piece here, we will be riding. I remember actually when I came last, that I stood right here and didn't realise you get wet as the boat comes down. So we won't make that mistake today, but we'll see how many people do make that mistake today. But this, waterfalls. So we are heading in to the Hall of Mirrors. Now the Hall of Mirrors that you saw there, oh, where do I go in? I think I go in here. 85 years old. Hall of Mirrors, 85 years old. So let's have a little look inside. So this is the actual bone of a whale. As far as I'm aware, this is an actual one. Close encounter of the royal kind. So Queen Mary came here, and this got her head caught on this little bit here. And the manager chopped it clean off, because back in the 1920s, that was a big no-no, big no-no. But here's the whale. I mean, look at the size of this thing. This thing is massive. So it's the original, look at that.
Hello, good evening. There's been a massive
And of course,
landslide.
this is the Jurassic Coast. So the amount of sort of fossils and things found here are just massive, absolutely massive. You can pretty much walk and you can go on tours and you can get on them yourself. So let's go and have a look.
The landslide was awesome. Thousands of tons of mud and rocks simply gave way, causing huge cracks in the road and devastating nearby homes. The ground at Blackgang Chine has been moving since Sunday, and the biggest slide came just after midnight. Blackgang Chine has had a history of landslides. The last big one was in 1976 when two homes toppled into the sea.
During the night, many residential buildings showed up. No further occurrences have been noted.
And of course, the other big thing is about the amount of Blackgang Chine that's been slipping into the sea. There's been landslides, there's been the coast cracking up, there's been everything. I mean, we're right to the edge now, where 175 years ago it would have gone out much further. There's a story of that in here, so you can find out. We've just panned over the newspapers and things there, so you can kind of see, you know, the history of when it's happened. I say the last big was in 1974, but even since then, bits of the coast and everything have broken up, and the park is gradually being moved back inwards. But let's have a look at the disaster zone.
Hello, good evening. There's been a massive landslide on the Isle of Wight. It's had landslides in the past, but this is the worst for 20 years. It happened on an access road to a caravan park where dozens of people have been staying. The force of the landslide was awesome. Thousands of tons of mud and rock simply gave way, causing huge cracks in the road and devastating nearby homes. The ground at Blackgang Chine has been moving since Sunday, but the biggest slide came just after midnight. Blackgang Chine has had a history of landslides. The last big one was in 1976 when two homes toppled into the sea.
During the event, many residential and commercial buildings were lost to the erosion. Families lost homes, and much of the theme park site was lost or made too dangerous to enter. Luckily, these occurrences are few and far between, and since this building was shored up, no further occurrences have been noted. Until now!
So that was the Cliffhanger, and that, I tell you, that is a really, really smooth coaster still, really, really smooth. We sat at the back, give us a bit of a whip and a bit of a kind of, you know, down the hill. Really, really good. 2-lap special. We love a good 2-lap special, but no, thoroughly impressed with that. And you've got a little pirate barrels as well. Pirate barrels were a little bit big for, so we won't be going on those today. But this is what I've been looking forward to, this hedge maze over here. It's not wooden slats, it's not big boards, it's not in the middle of Southport. It's a proper hedge maze. Let's go in. Let's go in and get lost.
No!
Right, so my instinct is normally to go around the outside, so my instinct this time is going to go on the inside. Not sure this has got any dead ends. Tell you one thing though, you missed the path that Bush takes your arm out, there's no doubt about that. I remember this being a bit higher. Maybe it's because I was only young when I came in here last. I don't know, maybe I couldn't see over the hedges. Ah, dead end number 1. It's not like the 5th one we hit at Robin Hill, but dead end number 1. So 5's the record. Robin Hill 5 is the record for dead ends. Didn't think there was any dead ends, but there are. Let's have a look. Either I'm shrinking or the hedges are getting a bit taller. Right, here we go, here we go. Right advantage, you can see over everything, he can.
Well, we'll get to the thing next then.
Yes. Yes, 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 we made it out of another maze, which is a miracle, a miracle. Now, that one obviously wasn't 6 foot tall, so we could actually see over. 2 dead ends still, even though I could see where I was going, 2 dead ends. And we're kind of going to take the opportunity now to walk down here. This used to lead to other areas of the park before the landslide, and now it's all dead, it's all dead end. You can see old paths and things. These you can't go anywhere near anymore, as obviously you can see the sea there. We're right at the cliff's edge. Now as we bring you back around the corner here, as we move back up, you can see that view. And that is a view that you just don't see very often at your average theme park. Beautiful view, beautiful gardens, quite a lot going on. And while we're here, we're going to walk into Nursery Land. I don't necessarily think it's for the little ones. I think it's got a lot of nursery rhyme characters in. So we're going to go and have a look in Nursery Land before heading back round the corner to where we understand the Wild West area is. Roller coaster shuts shortly. Our water force will open again in about half an hour's time. So we've got plenty of time to explore these. We've got the Crooked House, or the there's a walk-through mansion of some description. Honestly, it's been so long since I've been here. I haven't done any research since coming back, but there's definitely a walk-through mansion that we go through as well, with ultraviolet lights. We've got to find that. Loads left to do, absolutely loads left to do. Hope you're enjoying it, but we're going into Nursery Land now. Meet some nursery rhyme characters. Nursery Land, yeah. See what we can find. This is where I normally like to bring the kids and see whether they know who they are, because obviously they're still in school and they're not far out of nursery school and they should know who they are. It's whether or not I know who they are. It's the house that Jack built. Do you think he built it sturdy? Sturdy. Sturdy? Sturdy. Is it too appropriate to sit on his lap? Does that cause too many talking points? Okay, we're going to go in the house now because we go around the side and we can enter the house that Jack built. So let's go and have a look. Let's go and see what Jack built. Here we go, we're ready. Oh. Here's the malt. Now where is the rat? I worry there might be real ones in here. I think that's my only concern. So we've got some old equipment, cake cracker, butter churner. I believe these are real kind of, I'll say artifacts, they're probably not that old, but real things. And here we go, we can look over the Nursery Land here and have a great view of the park. Down the steep steps, there you can find the cow with the crumbled horn and the maiden all fourth torn. Right. There's the cart we saw. There's the maiden. And there's the cow. Just in case you want to know the rhyme, that's the rhyme for the house that Jack built. Wasn't the most interesting of houses. I can't imagine too many people hung around there, to be honest with you. Old Mother Hubbard sat by her cupboard, which looks a little bit empty for my liking. And I can see Humpty Dumpty over the back, so let's go check out Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty? Humpty Dumpty. He's rocking backwards and forwards. Does he fall off? I'm sure the spider wasn't that big in the stories, and I didn't even spot it. That's the worst part. I was looking for this tiny thing kind of on her, and it wasn't there. But yeah, that's Nursery Land. So one of the new sections here, I can't remember if it was last year or year before, was the Underwater Kingdom. And here it is, as you see there, the crabs, the little baby crabs, we have no idea what they are yet because we haven't been in there, are based on staff members. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. Let's go in and check it out. Oh, all the floorboards wobble underneath. All the floorboards really move. So these floorboards, I don't know if you can see, we'll have a look when we get to the end. They really move. Oh, look at this, look at the lighting in here. Well, this is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I don't know if you can see these. They all move as you go through, which gives it a real sort of feel to it. That's an awesome feel, to be honest. And that's only the entrance here. I mean, look at this. This is all enclosed. It reminds me a bit of SpongeBob, actually.
Hey, you there! Quick, come and help! I've lost my kids.
Look at that!
Of kelp. Usually a cast of crabs would be making a din. Now I'm at such a loss as there's nobody in. You see, my legends of ancient kingdoms have fueled my children's dreams, and they have run off through the reef as they seek what they've not seen. I'm so worried they'll wander deep with all the fish that bite, and my wife will surely boil me if they're not home by tonight. There's baby, bold, cranky, wizzy, sneaky, and muscles to find. Please look out for them and tell them, come home quick before I lose my mind.
Right, so that's it. They're the ones we've got to look for. So we're going to head in now and we're going to go and have a look for the crabs. Ah, look at this. This is really immersive, to be fair. That was a great little animation. Lovely little rhyme they got going on. I don't know how much I'm supposed to be keeping an eye out for the crabs. I have no idea how much I'm supposed to be keeping an eye out for the crabs, to be honest with you, and where they're going to be. I think these are shells. They got lights inside. Look at that. It's Nemo. I found Nemo. Do you know where the crabs are? Crabs? Yeah? He's not pointing me in the direction of the crabs, sadly. And it's the crabs that we need to find. So, let's go for the crabs. I think this one's supposed to move as well. There's our little baby crab over there. I think we found our first crab. We got pirate fish. We turtles up high, look. So it's really like we're kind of underwater here. They've got the seahorses above us as well as the turtles. We've got all the little, I mean, look at this thing. This thing is gorgeous, isn't it? Who wouldn't want one of those? Who wouldn't want one of those in their fish tank at home? Or one of these, look at this. That is a crab wearing a boot. A crab wearing a boot. We've got the pearls are out. Here's Snappy. Hey Snapster. Gummy over here. Wow, look at this for a model. Wow. Look at that. That behind me, that is impressive. Like really impressive. We've got movement as well. That's a massive model. Now that underwater experience there, that was really, really good. Great lighting, a lovely little story to be fair.
Dodo?
Oh my god.
Dodo?
So we're in Dodo Land.
Dodo?
No! No!
Okay, if that isn't the strangest thing I've ever seen, the dodo here singing happy birthday, 175 years of Blackgang Chine. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. That's some of the major theme parks, you can't get moving models together for certain bits, but that was really good. You know, that massive, massive whale at the end, you know, to get that hung up as like an underwater adventure is absolutely, it's, you know, it's just for a little park, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. You know, we knew already they were never going to have massive rides here. By the way, I had no idea where we're walking through at all. Absolutely none. Oh, it's an adventure course. Yeah, I've had to duck to go through these. I don't think we'll go through there. But yeah, we knew they didn't have many rides here. We knew that it was mainly attraction based, and you know, you can still have great fun at these places. The weather is beautiful, the scenery that we've seen is amazing, you know, the look of the park and absolutely everything is brilliant.
Jensen.
From what I remember of Rumpus Mansion, this thing was hilarious.
Bit of racism.
Let's go and have a look.
Welcome, welcome. Come in, why don't you? Just this way. Nice little children. For welcome.
That is one scary looking woman.
Room for everyone.
Scary looking woman. Wasn't expecting that.
'tis not as appears, for boggarts and goblins do mischief in here.
That is one scary looking child. She's really small and standing up as well, but I guess that's nothing compared to the horns on his head. Ah, oh, now we go outside. Look at this, look. Rumpus. Looks like we're going back in. Wolf and unicorn. Donkey. Get some light.
The gnome you now see was once a ruthless, but the image
The house was opened as Rumpus Mansion in celebration of 150th anniversary back in 1993. 25 years old. So as you read there, this used to be an actual mansion, and the CIO turned this into Rumpus Mansion in 1993 to celebrate the 150th anniversary of the park. We're now in 175th. That means it's 25 years old. Probably didn't need that to know the maths for that, but that is a fantastic little walkthrough. I mean, the detail, the scenery, you know, the cut scenes, the little waving you can get to kind of work whatever you want to work is just magnificent. Truly, truly magnificent. You know, if some parks think they need something quick and easy and a little walkthrough or something like that is just so effective. Really, really effective. You know, I think of Hocus Pocus Hall and what a state that ride is in. You don't have 3D glasses anymore and none of it makes sense. You know, Chessington, probably for hardly nothing. You can turn it into a fun little ghost attraction like that. Honestly, that has lasted the test of time. 25 years old. That's as I remember it last time I come. Great fun. The Mouth of Hell, and it's called that because that is what you're supposed to come out of. We'll have a quick look inside. Oh god, it's quite tight in here. Whoa, look at that. You can go up. Let's do it. Let's do it. It's small. Let's go up and have a look at the eyes. Whoa. Look at that montage on the wall. I can tell you now, it's like a heat trap in here though. It is hot. And then the idea is that the children, because I'm definitely not getting out of that, go out that hole there. But where do you see this any other theme park? It's just so unique. We have found Cowboy Town. Sitting here on Boot Hill. I think it's going to be a little bit of a walk up. Granny Smith, hooked on an apple. Jill T, his name doesn't help. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, Joe King, come on now. So behind me now is Cowboy Town. As you saw there, it was designed by Pinewood Studios, so it's a proper designed to be a proper film set. And I have to say, you know, you walk through it, and again, you think of some of the themed areas in the country and some of the big major theme parks where you really don't get lost in the moment anymore. You know, as we walk you through here, you just notice the quality of it. And you know, if this was popping up at one of the major theme parks, and I'm not saying this isn't a major theme park, but you know, one with many rides and probably a lot more visitors than this, you know, you wouldn't blink an eyelid. You wouldn't blink an eyelid at being there. You know, the in-house team have done an amazing job of putting it together, and we'll walk you through now, show you some of the detail, including this massive train here just on my right. It's obviously a massive help to the park. They've got the cliffs there because it makes the scenery in the set here just look magnificent, like it's kind of in a, you know, a little kind of mining area. Look at the detail. Look at the detail of this. That's magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. It really does look spectacular, but just look at the fascias of these buildings. You know, even to these little bits here, I mean, these puns, not too keen on the puns if I'm being perfectly honest with you, but the buildings certainly look really good. Let's go to the bank. Walk inside. I think it's probably a bit of a shame when the detail outside is so good that the detail inside is a little bit, you know, a little bit sparse, to be honest. They could have done wonders with bank posters and, you know, till points and things in here. Would have really spiced it up a bit. So this one's got a few more posters in, but again, just sort of lacks that final detail inside. It's an awful shame, because it looks like actually something used to be here and has perhaps been taken out. Hello, Mr. Barman. So it looks like we can go upstairs. Let's have a little look upstairs and we'll probably get a good view of the Wild West above. In fact, that you can come right outside here. Come right outside. Arguably the detail in here is a little bit better, but again, it's just missing some authentic. You know, when you think of, I just think the outside looks amazing. The inside could just look a little bit more spectacular. The sheriff's office. Now, oddly enough, this is probably quite real. It's just literally a kind of a solid, I wouldn't imagine this would be made of wood, and the sheriff's town when all this is made of metal, because you'd probably go straight through this, but, you know, small beds, big cells, yeah, a bit of everything in there. Just need a desk. Need a desk where I can sit and work, bang up all the criminals, all the cowboys, get in here. Loving the cowboys? She's not loving the cowboys. You loving the cowboys? You need a shave. Route 66 out of here. Right, we're not going to go out quite yet because we're going to go and grab an ice cream and probably another drink because I am gasping. Really, really hot today, but yeah, outside, exterior, really well themed. Loving it. Loving the little walkthrough. So there's the life-size snakes and ladders right there. you kind of start at number 1 point, which is just up here. There we go. And then you head up to number 2 and up to number 3 into the trees and kind of make your way back down. But you know, adults can go in there, but we're not going to go in there today. It feels like a lot of climbing. We've already just come down this massive hill here. What do you think? Can we get in the crooked house? Oh, we're going to give it a try. How crooked is it? That's the question. We've got some good arrows through here. Because it is dark. Oh, okay. That's me walking into the door, just in case you were wondering. Random. Oi, oi. Speak up, I'm wearing a towel. Oh, it's a kissing seat. Oh, isn't that sweet? His and hers. Would you poo at the same time? I think that's the question on everyone's mind. Oh god, I used to hate that scream when I was younger. Oh, the BBC Two scream. Oh my god. That used to terrify me. Okay, well, it definitely wasn't the most crooked house I've been through, to be fair to you. Yeah, that BBC Two screen, honestly, that come back to haunt me when I was a child, and that used to come on, and that doll is probably the most scary doll I've ever seen. Yo! Not feed the T-Rex, because he might eat you. Tyrannosaurus Rex, here he is. You know, that is an impressive model. Here he comes. Now I appreciate it's only little speakers, but literally the roar of that thing makes the floor vibrate. I'm at quite a distance off the floor. That's actually really loud. But that is an impressive model. Really, really impressive model. Nearly got caught out by the spray. Waterfall, that was a cool down in the afternoon. Nothing special, just a water slide. But good fun, good fun. We can't argue with good fun. And that was Blackgang Chine. So that's probably the biggest theme park on the Isle of Wight. This from Robin Hill, owned by the same people. You get a combined ticket, you can go to both, and you could probably do both in the same day, even if you're with kids and the family. There's arguably more to do at Blackgang Chine. Robin Hill does feel more like a country park. I know it's kind of pitched as a country park, and it does feel more like that, whereas a lot more activities here. But obviously, you know, if you're on the island for a couple of days, with these as well, these joint tickets, you get 7-day return. So you can come back anywhere within 7 days, which is brilliant. If you're on holiday, you know, if you're staying over in the island for a week, you can do one day, or maybe try and get both in some day, and then at the end of the week, do it again, treat the kids, come back. It is a lovely little place. Really is a lovely little place. It hasn't lost its charm it had, you know, 15 years ago when I last come, and even when I was much younger and I came into school, and I really don't remember much of it, to be fair. It really hasn't lost its charm at all. There are some lovely attractions. That Cliffhanger, that IE Park ride there, that is really smooth. Really, really smooth. Surprisingly smooth, actually, given its age, but really, really good coaster. And the Rumpus Mansion was just fantastic. Really, really enjoyed the Rumpus Mansion. That was probably my highlight, to be fair. You know, again, we talked about Hocus Pocus Hall and places like that. They really should, you know, think about something so simple like that. Something simple, well themed, a lot of detail, a bit of interactivity that aren't just standard kind of buttons on the wall. And yeah, they can go such a long way. But no, we've had a great time. But we do appreciate the kind of effort that goes into the scenery and the effort that goes into the the kind of attractions rather than just the hardcore thrill rides. And it doesn't have the hardcore thrill rides, but we knew that already. But it has got a charm. It's definitely got a charm, and we loved it. Absolutely loved it. So from Blackgang Chine, my name's Adam. This has been UK Theme Parks, and we'll see you next time.